The modern airplane that transports us to Merida, capital city of Yucatan, is a thrilling symbol of the changes that have taken place in this remote part of the world since it was discovered by Spanish explorers over 4 centuries ago. The city of Merida was founded in the year of 1542 on the site of the prehistoric Maya city of Tijo, where from a time close to the birth of Christ, the ancient Mayas developed an exceptionally high degree of civilization, which had begun to break down in the 15th century before the arrival of the Spaniards. Merida boasts of having more windmills than any other city in the world. In fact, it is often referred to as the city of 10,000 windmills, which are used to pump water from hidden springs. In spite of its remoteness, Merida is constantly improving commercially, industrially, and socially. Its streets have been paved, electricity is widely used, and living conditions are quite modern. Occupying the site of an ancient Maya temple is the cathedral, which is considered to be one of the finest structures of its kind in Mexico. It was started in 1561 and completed 40 years later. The stones used in the cathedral were taken from the primitive Mayan temples, and it is estimated that 300 Indians were used in the construction work. Merida's modern motion picture theaters contribute considerably to local knowledge of what is going on in the outside world, and they also present an interesting architectural contrast between the present and the past, as exemplified in this picturesque old edifice, known as the Municipal Palace. It was here that Yucatan proclaimed its independence from Spain on September 15, 1821, after more than 2.5 centuries of Spanish dominion. Nevertheless, the architecture of old Spain still holds a conspicuous place in Merida and adds much to the quaintness and charm of the city. Floral beauty is appreciated by all peoples and all countries, but in Merida it seems to attain a more exalted feeling. In fact, it borders on flower worship, and in some instances it parallels religion itself. Although the Yucatecans are noted for their tolerance and broad-mindedness, the outstanding religion of Yucatan is Catholicism, and many fine churches bear witness to the unfailing devotion of the people to that creed. The gayest season in Merida is during the annual carnival, which begins in mid-February and continues for several weeks. Although concerts and festivals are arranged at this time, dancing is the most popular diversion. While most of the folk dances of Yucatan are Spanish in character, there are occasional revivals of ancient Maya dances, such as this one. This dance goes on indefinitely. But our plane now takes us to another quaint city in Yucatan, known as Campeche, situated 90 miles southwest of Merida on the peninsula of Yucatan, overlooking the historic Bay of Campeche. It was here in 1517 that the early Spanish explorers first set foot on the soil of Yucatan, and it was here that the first Catholic Mass on the continent of North America is said to have been celebrated. The actual location of the improvised altar before which the valiant conquistadores are believed to have knelt is marked by this cornerstone. Centuries have passed, and they who worshipped here are no more, but the old church stands as a tribute to their memory. The old walls 8 feet thick, which still surround the city of Campeche, are in a remarkably good state of preservation, even though their construction dates back to the 16th and 17th centuries. They were built as a protection from the pirates who were attracted by the town's wealth, as well as its beautiful women. Generally speaking, Campeche, like Merida, is a fair city of peace, order, security, and noteworthy cleanliness, inhabited by a courteous and friendly people who love learning and progress, and emphasize it by sending many of their young men and women to foreign colleges and universities for their education. The mestizos, who are a mixture of Spanish and Mayan blood, form a large and picturesque portion of the population of the Yucatan Peninsula. They are inherently peaceful and contented, and they still cling tenaciously to the manners and customs of their ancestors. These costumes are typical of Yucatan, and many of them have been handed down from mother to daughter for generations. After meeting a few of the native señoritas of Campeche, we can understand why it was necessary for their ancestors to build walls around the city as protection from the roving buccaneers of the Spanish Main. It is always with much reluctance that we say farewell to native pulchritude in any country, but that is the fate of world travelers. And now again we must sail away to other ports of call. Before departing, however, we will take a final glimpse of the Venetian-like Bay of Campeche, the countless little windmills that rise above the dwellings in the town that was once a commercial metropolis in the New World, where Spanish galleons found haven and the glory of Spain reached its zenith. Campeche, you were great then, and the memory of it all makes you historically famous now.